Hey everyone. Wow, I can't even say welcome back because this is the start of something new and exciting.
Hold
so much
on
that
one
Dallas
second.
is excited.
Okay.
All right, how do I
Welcome.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah. Wow, it's like I don't even know how to open this up because this is a brand new project we're working on to celebrate 100 episodes of the Filipino American Woman Project. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. So let's just see where this conversation goes, Nani.
Okay.
Let's start with obviously, maybe when we release this, it's not going to be 100 episodes yet, but we're telling people, right? Like for the listener to know that like, this is what we're doing to celebrate our 100 episodes. But let's just open up with saying like, what has this journey meant for you so far? Like from starting at episode 6 to now nearing 100 episodes, Nani?
Yeah, it's meant so much, pretty much everything. I feel like this project has turned into like my life for the last 2 years in a good way.
Yeah.
It's been the healing that I needed. It's been the healing that I was looking for, the community that I needed and was looking for. And to be able to, take part in building something like that has really done a lot for my mental health.
Yeah.
And so that's the first part of it. And then being able to connect with everyone that we've not only interviewed, but people that have reached out to us and emailed us, telling us how the show has impacted them or sharing with us how it's brought their own family members back together who were, maybe out of touch or having strained relationships with, those kinds of things just mean the world to me. I know I say that all the time, but I really can't find another expression to better explain how that feels. And that's really just so validating, on a personal and a collective level. And I'm just so happy that we can be that kind of the people in the community that encourage each other to work together and to, be nice to each other and work with each other instead of, how we've historically been raised as a culture to kind of like other each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think back to like all the episodes that we've done, all the people that we've interviewed and how different everyone is. Sorry, hold on. I'm going to have to let Dallas out of here.
Yeah. I'll pause this again.
Please be quiet.
Okay. But it's okay if he's a part of it too. So we do have a special guest, Dallas.
That's true. That's my pup over here for everyone that heard that. But anyway, yes. And also that's another thing that I appreciate is, how accepting you guys are for us coming here just as we are and, building this as we go and figuring things out along the way. One of your earlier episodes before I came on was you don't have to have all your ducks in a row in order to go for it. And so that's kind of what we embody here. And that's also taught me a lot and done a lot for my mental health personally as well. So yeah, you guys have just helped me grow so much as a person. And I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. I appreciate you bringing that up, Nani, that episode. I think that was episode, I don't remember which episode it was. It was probably episode 2 or 3 from the very, very beginning. And it's interesting because we are bringing back these old episodes through our social media. We're starting from chronological order, taking like the best quotes of each of those episodes. And one thing that I thought was a little astounding was when my quote came up. Like it was like over 100 plus likes for that, which was like more than what we had like on average we receive on our post at the moment. And it's humbling and affirming and reassuring to know that I think one of the most radical things we are doing on this project is, as you mentioned, coming as we are. And if you think about just our culture and how we've been conditioned, we are told to, without even saying it sometimes, to kind of live that fake Maria Clara archetype, to be perfect, to, kind of not speak out, to, what have you, like be the matriarch of the family. And so, for us to just say like, well, first of all, bitch ain't real, and secondly, like, yeah, she ain't real. And so this show is really all about moving beyond that fake character and really showing, first of all, to ourselves that we are more than that, and seeing this ripple effect in our community and anyone who listens to the show to see, oh, Asian women aren't just submissive and there to be obedient or whatever. Like, so many people on our show are trailblazers, Nani. Like so many of them are like, oh, you're in that industry, you're in that industry, you're in that. Like, even if you're a nurse, you're an entrepreneur. Like what, like you're a doctor, but you have like a big social media following. What, like shout out to Dr. Stella C, and it's just, her. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I just messaged her the other day.
Same.
And yeah, I love it. I love it. But yeah, the beauty is that we came as we were and still are. And a lot of you really resonated with that. So in celebration of all of that, we want to continue to deepen our roots in our relationship with all of you. So we have an exciting announcement for this video. I don't know, Nani, do you want to do the honors? Like what we're up?
Well, the honors are, we've been teasing this for a while, I think probably for like the last 6 months to a year.
Yeah, basically.
I keep telling you guys that we have something really big for you that we're working on, and that it's just taken a lot of planning and forethought to actually lay out, but it's finally here. Yes. Or going to be here.
Yes.
After you listen to this episode, you will be able to go on buymeacoffee.com/Jen and Nani and sign up for our membership, which is our big announcement today, that we are going to be rolling out an entirely new podcast show, basically for you guys, exclusively available, only exclusively to our members on Buy Me a Coffee. So if you have not already done that, I know even before we started promoting this, we've had a couple people sign up for our membership. So shout out to the 3 people that have done that so far. And yes, there you'll be able to just get kind of a greater insight into the Filipino American woman experience. And we're going to expand the conversation beyond just our life lessons and stories about ourselves to really get more perspective on, you know, the modern Filipina experience here in America. And yeah, Jen, do you want to talk about a little bit about what all that will entail?
Yes, I will. I'm glad to do it. Yeah, you know, we definitely are planning on going beyond the normal questions we ask on our normal show, the Filipino American Woman Project. And we're going to be interviewing not just Filipino American women, but also, like, let's say people in our lives. Like, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I'm married to a white man, you know, and there's a lot to kind of unpack with that, you know, and kind of what attracted me to him, what made me stay with him, still with him, you know, stuff like that. And not just that, but even
vice versa.
Like, yeah, and vice versa. Just knowing, just acknowledging that part of the Filipino American woman experience is, coexisting with other, you know, people with different ethnic backgrounds, you know. And also, one of the exciting things is that we are going to bring back some of our past guests who are movers and shakers in their own right to collaborate with upcoming webinars. Like, for example, we're going to be working with a bunch of moms who want to just talk more about what it's like to be a Filipino mom. So shout out to like Marianne, Rowan, and Lynn with the Filipino Momcast. But we already have talks about doing a series with them in collaboration with our show to give to you, you know? And so the cool thing is that given these very interesting economic times, yes, we have the membership where you can have like unlimited access to these webinars and our deeper conversations that we'll have privately on this podcast. I mean, as private as it can get, right? But in addition to that, with these webinars that we do, we will archive all of that into this private podcast. But let's say that you're just looking to attend one of the webinars, like you don't have to be a member to do that. You don't have to be a member. You could just buy us a cup of coffee or buy us a cup of boba, which you can, you know, obviously learn more about at buymeacoffee.com/Jen and Nani. But ultimately, we just have this deep desire to continue to have deeper conversations, heavier conversations, and really just get more real with all of you. I mean, there's definitely, you know, a part of me that I haven't shared yet publicly that Nani doesn't even know.
Okay.
You know, yeah. And so that's something that I probably would feel more comfortable talking about on a private podcast, you know? So we just want to let you know, like, although we've already been having such compelling conversations on our podcast, and of course that's not going to change on the Filipino American Woman Project, for those who are looking for something deeper and you want to, you know, deepen those relationships with us, and really deepen your relationship with yourself, right? Like really learning to love yourself that much more, and embrace who you are and make space in this world and really own it. This is what we're going to have this show for. So yeah, we have a name. Or anything else you want to add, Nani?
Just that, you know, going back to the what this show has meant to me so far, what the Tifa project has meant to me so far, and how it's helped me heal. I think it's so just valuable and meaningful for us to all be able to like learn and unpack these types of, you talking about the Maria Clara archetype and how most of us don't even know that we are carrying that on or embodying that until we learn about it. Like, I don't think that's something that I would have learned about had I not been introduced to this space, or I would have been introduced to it in a different way. And maybe it wouldn't have resonated with me so much, and it wouldn't have inspired me to change so much or to learn even more. And again, I just love that we can do that collective, like learning and unpacking all together here in the community. And yeah, this new show is just going to be an opportunity for you guys to deepen your bond with this community if it's something that you really value. And yeah, not only will you have access to attend the live events and be a part of those, interactively with us, but also access to the archive, like Jen said, to have those resources to look back on later. So it's not just, again, people's personal stories and life lessons, but we'll be talking about specific, cultural hot topics such as, the anti-Asian hate crimes that are going on across the country today. It's something that we touch on, here and there in between our conversations with our guests on the Tifa project. But on this new show, it'll be things like that, topics like that we really sit down and talk about specifically. So if those are things that sound interesting to you, then you now have the opportunity to join us for those types of events.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that I really appreciate, and again, I just want to preface by saying, like, we're not licensed professionals when it comes to therapy and stuff like that. Okay, let's just throw that out there.
Of course,
but like,
I think they know that.
Yeah, and so shout out to Leah. Actually, it's funny because we have like two listeners on the show, one named Leah that I know locally, right? And then Leah is one of our newer ones that we're communicating with, which is also one of our founding members of buymeacoffee.com/Jen and Nani. But, something that she was saying to us was like, this is therapeutic for me. Like, yeah, I could go to therapy, but this is like I feel like I'm healing, hearing these incredible, raw, real stories that I can connect to. I think we recently had feedback from someone else as well. I think through our text messages that mentioned something along the lines of like your show has showed, actually, I think this is, okay. So I think it's Alessandra. So it's Alessandra, who I think I've been texting back and forth. So Alessandra, in case you're watching this, thank you for texting us. She said something like, I always assumed that podcasting is like reserved for famous people, but your show's really shown me that even I myself as a normal person has a story to share. And the truth is, You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't know if we want to say the name yet. What do you think, Nani? Should we kind of continue to... Okay. So we do have a name. Yeah, we do have a name. And so I don't know if I do like a weird drum roll or whatever, but so the name of our show is going to be called Tsismis with Jen and Nani. Woo! And and again, it will just be reserved for our members. And also, I'm thinking like one thing we can do for the early people is if they do just buy us a cup of coffee or / a cup of boba, we can give let's say a 1 month trial, to experience like what this podcast is about, So anyway, Really excited for that. Once again, if you want to learn more and, be able to be the first to hear the show, check out buymeacoffee.com/Jen and Nani. And, we'll provide more details there. But again, we would love for you to continue to be in community with us and grow and heal and unpack things together. And let's just do it. Let's just do this together as a community and as a sisterhood. And again, we wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you. So thank you again.
Salamat.
All right. Thanks, y'all. We love you. And we'll see you soon. We'll see you on the other side.
Yes. See you on the other side. Peace.
Woo woo.